The exciting thing about man-made or created coloured gemstones is they are the real deal. They are identical chemically, physically and optically to their natural mined gem counterparts. They are grown in a factory following nature's recipe. There is some confusion that man-made, created, or synthetic as they're sometimes called, coloured gemstones are imitations or fake. This is not true, because an imitation gemstone, while also artificially made, does not follow nature's recipe. So it's made from a completely different material than the natural gem it copies. How created coloured gems are made. Scientists have been able to create environments in their labs which closely resemble the natural conditions gemstones grow in. Coloured gemstone growers recreate the way a gemstone is made in nature, but speed up the process by a few million years. Under these conditions, it is possible to grow a gemstone that is almost identical to its natural counterpart. In essence, this man-made created stone is actually a real stone, as it is made up of the same properties as the natural stone. It can be difficult to distinguish between the two types. A layperson would be hard-pressed to tell the difference between a natural earth-born mined gemstone and a man-made created stone. It takes a trained eye, high magnification and other tests and instruments. The main distinction is earth-born gems typically have inclusions, tiny flaws, from the crystallization process. Gases and other minerals mixing during the molten stage of stone creation. Because man-made created stones rely on a steady controlled process of applying minerals, heat and pressure, they usually have very few inclusions. Creating coloured gemstones is not a new process. It has been done for over 100 years. Harder gemstones like diamonds, sapphires and rubies also have many industrial uses, and because demand for these stones has long exceeded supply, ways of synthesizing gemstones were found and developed. The price is right. Man-made created gemstones offer us the ability to have real luxury and simply stunning gems at a very affordable price. A perfect example would be these gorgeous created emerald and onyx stud earrings. A natural mined emerald of this size would cost many thousands of dollars. A pair would cost significantly more. Yet here you can experience the glamour of stones that are identical chemically, physically and optically to natural mined emeralds for less than $150. Earth-born mined gemstones are rare, becoming rarer, and require vast amounts of time and human hard work to find. Nature makes precious coloured gemstones over millions of years, and nature's capacity to replenish fine specimens is limited. Coloured gemstones are miracles of nature, and their colour, clarity and rarity determines their price. Know what you're paying for. As a consumer, it's very important to make a distinction between man-made created and earth-born mined gemstones. Customers need to know exactly what they are paying for so they can make an informed choice. It's important to understand that advances in manufacturing processes, technology and equipment will allow for increasing quality and greater quantities of man-made coloured gemstones. This means the rarity factor does not exist and the value of the man-made product will not rise but depreciate. The possibility exists for misrepresentation or error in identification when lab-created gemstones are offered as natural mined. It is essential to deal with a well-known reputable jeweler or dealer that you can trust, who will be honest with you with respect to the origin of the stone. An expensive earth-born mined gemstone should always have a certificate or guarantee in writing. You can also have a gemstone tested at an accredited laboratory like the Gem Studies Laboratory in Australia. Muddy ethics. Created gems can appeal to ethically conscious customers who want the satisfaction of purchasing a seemingly ethical product. However, the production of man-made created gemstones is still an energy-intensive process that operates around the clock. The carbon footprint of the factories that create them is at best unsubstantiated. Personally, I don't agree with this green angle of marketing them, and I don't use it. I will also not describe them as lab-created because they are made in a factory, not a laboratory. My view is that man-made coloured gemstones are not created to compete with their earth-born mined counterparts. Rather, they were created to offer us an invitingly priced alternative. Their wonderful purpose and appeal are to provide us the opportunity to afford the beauty of nature by meticulously reproducing its original recipe.